Welcome back, everybody. Dren608 plays. We're playing Rogue Trader here. We had just gotten done talking with the Inquisitor, and he wants us to go off to do this on the Emperor's Palm. We're supposed to go and deal with Euphrates too, but this also came up. So I was going to go and try and do my Navigator's side quest first. Where do I have to go? Smaragdus Mundos. Smaragdus Mundos. So we need to get out to the map, figure out where we need to go. Oh, I didn't pause. I think I'm still in Furibundus. Yeah. So we need to get out of here. We don't have a lot of navigator insight, so I can't like make a straight jump. Where is her, there's one place there. Oh, I've got to get to here. Oh my goodness. This is going to be very bad. Oh no, I can get there from up here. So I have to get to the Prophecy, which means I have to go to Trinnitos Epsilon. So we got some traveling to do. So here we go. Nothing happened to us there. So now we're going to go ahead and go on to Telikos Epsilon. Nothing happened to us there. Going to the Orsellio Prophecy. So 3 times and nothing happened to us. I could go this down an orange, or I could make it a yellow. I think I'm going to leave it. It's an orange to get there. I think I'm going to take my chance with the orange and see what happens. Alright, let's just try the orange and see what happens. Why are you not going to let me go? There we go. Something should happen here. Oh, bad things. There we go. Returned since the incident. Witness Aeldari claim that you left the Sanctus Navis on Lady Navigator's orders. Affirmative. This unit acted in accordance with maintenance protocol Dren608. Step 1. Cease the sacred mechanisms for the duration of 15 chronometer turns. Step 2. You failed to inform the bridge about the imminent jump? I want to know why. Data unavailable. The Lady Navigator ordered that she be connected to the Void ship, but she did not order the preparation of the machine spares for warp translation. Clause, a ritual that cannot be identified by this unit's capabilities. This unit received the command to interrupt protocol Dren608 and exit the Sanctum Navis. No return since the incident. Oh no, please, not the fingers. Enforcer. I'm gonna break one for every word of a lie I hear coming from your mouth. No talk. Please, you have to believe me. All we did was prepare the canvas and mix the Lady's Navigator's blood into the paints. Then we were told to lock open the shutters so that the Lord Captain could see everything that was going on inside the Sanctum Navis from the observation chambers, and rock shit. Armorglass can't shield you from the warp porters. I swear it on my soul and the Golden Throne, Master Enforcer, the Lady Navigator only wanted to paint a picture for a ritual or some such. That's all I know. She wasn't going to use the power in her eye, but I still got as far away from there as I could. That's all I saw, I'm telling you. We performed an emergency warp jump, barely activated the Geller field in time, and are now being dragged to Throne knows where by an unknown force. The Lady Navigator and the Lord Captain are still unaccounted for. Now tell me one more time, what transpired in the Sanctum Navis? I escorted the Lord Captain to the observation chambers and yelled at the servant for leaving the shutters open, but then I was told it was on the Rogue Trader's orders. We could see the Lady Navigator clearly through the armor glass. She was lost in thought, staring at the canvas in front of her. She looked like she was completely unaware of the world around her. Soon the servants were ordered to leave the Sanctum Navis, and the Lady Navigator picked up her brush. Entranced, she started dragging it across the canvas, painting one image after another, and another one over the last, and another, and then the Lord Captain noticed it. There was a thing on the other side. The picture, covered in a layer of fresh blood, was coming to life, but the Navigator was oblivious. That's when the Lord Captain... I don't know. What should I do? Dashed the control panel, gave the order to shoot at the window, thus drawing Lady Cassia's attention, called out to Lady Cassia. I guess I call out to her. Startled by the Lord Captain's cry, the lady answered. That's when I realized the armor glass between us and the Sanctum Navis was gone, and the things in the painting, they broke free. And what happened next? I barely remember a thing. There was a bright flash, a purple blur. I remember feeling so scared that my knees were shaking. I remember my legs carrying me away like they had a mind of their own. As I ran, I heard screams behind me. The Lord Captain and Lady Cassia, they, oh God, Emperor, the creatures, they pulled them in, both inside the painting. Forcer, sir? Mistress Voxmaster, I have a report that needs to be delivered to the senior officers. Lord Captain and Lady Navigator were lost during the emergency warp jump. Their whereabouts are still unknown. I'm sending you the interrogation reports. End of recording. Oh boy. Relation to the Lord Captain's personal account recorded by no data. Strictly classified. Control of Lord Dren608. Tisphone Solo's ritual did not go as planned. The warp disturbance triggered by the Lady Navigator's trance washed over the Sanctum Navis. The void ship's machine spirits reacted to the surge of the Imperium and interpreted it as a call to action. Thus did the emergency jump into the unknown begin. Amid the shrieks and sirens and clanging of shutters and the distant hum of the warp engine, some unknown will pulled the Lord Captain into the Sanctum Navis toward the creatures from the living cabins that had already ripped the Lady Navigator's throat. Horrified, almost out of breath, and struggling to scream, Cassia stretched out her hand and began slowly sinking into her own painting. Toughness 60%. I get 100% on weapon skills. Snatched a dagger from the floor and started hacking at the hands reaching from inside the painting. Let's do that. The ritual dagger of the House of Soria cleaved the billowing shadows, and yet the painted hand reformed itself a moment after the blade passed through it. Cassia went limp in the clutches of her horrific creation and was immediately pulled into the other side of the painting. A moment later, Dren608, still clutching the dagger, was likewise plunged into the depths of the world the Lady Navigator had created. We gained hunters, and we're going to go into special. Hero awoke, finding himself in the middle of a gigantic, boundless, billowing nothingness. His body felt like it was floating in a void strewn with hundreds of Lady Navigator's colors. Some of them bright, warm, and alluring, others morose, cold, and heavy. Lord Captain. Reach for the bright colors. Plunged into the river of bright hues and flashes of rosy sunset and lilac carried him down the dazzling stream. Before long, the Lord Captain was standing in an idyllic garden permeated with the fragrance of flowers and the singing of birds. Servants in purple livery darted back and forth, attending to a withered old woman in a navigator's mask. Sitting on her lap, smiling coyly to everyone, was a little girl with ruby eyes and white hair. You're a good little girl, my child, until the day we meet again. With trembling hands, the woman handed the girl to a navigator in a laboratory attire. I am out of time. Prepare the child for the Atlas transfer, and destroy all records and mentions of the world of Ir-T-Vi. None must learn of which took place here. And remember, her body must grow strong for it to accept my power. Once I've returned, loyalty will be rewarded. Memory dissipated with a gust of silvery wind, hurled the captain back into the ocean of nothingness, but this time the nothingness felt dismal. Instead of bright hues, all it contained was shadows of invisible monsters swinging by, shrouded by nebulous veil of unfathomableness. Lord Captain. I guess we go towards the dark colors. Grayish-blue waves swallowed the Lord Captain, and the feeling of lightness disappeared as his limbs grew heavy again. Dren608 Trader fell upon the hard floor of a laboratory cluttered with vats as tall as a human. Inside them were dozens, hundreds, even of repulsive mutants. Some had no arms or no legs, two heads or no face, or their innards turned inside out, but each had white skin, white hair, long clawed limbs, and ruby eyes. My lady, the child is born. The tall old woman slowly approached one of the vats. Readings? Stable. Mutations? None were detected at any of the stages. Genes? Identical, my lady. Chances of survival? 100 times higher than any of the previous experiments. How long will it take to grow this child? I fear accelerating the process might cause the body to fail. The only one after years of silence. I understand the situation. Natural growth. I do not have that much time. We will have to go with the backup plan. Yes, Novatar, it will be done. Memory dissipated and a gust of silvery wind hurled the Lord Captain back into the ocean of Nothingness, but this time nothingness felt dismal. Instead of bright hues, all it contained was shadows of invisible ones. When I closed my eyes and remained adrift, that's all I had of this choice. In the ocean, none is divided into station until an ornate ritual dagger floated before his eyes and reminded him of a world that once seemed more real than this one. Someone's scream broke the delicate glimmer of the Lord's motionless body, and the weightlessness released him. He plummeted into the maroon abyss of roiling illusions, but now in full control of his body again. And then he descended in the abyss towards the screams. The Lord's captain crashed from an immeasurable height to the bottom of the rolling abyss, and the next moment he saw two figures amid the billowing marine mist. One of the figures, unnaturally gaunt and tall, was clutching the other, smaller one, in its claws, screaming furiously. The Lord Captain. Oh man, I only have a 52 on the awareness. Do I try it? Minus 60 on the difficulty. Well, let's try it, see if I can get lucky. Failed. Not by much. I was really close. This rolls confused the rotator's thoughts and rhythms, so I have to draw closer. One step was all it took for some unknown force to notice the Lord Captain, seize him and drag him through the painting twisted space. Now Lord Captain could clearly see the dark shade of the long dead navigator leaning over Cassia, clutching her neck. In its clawed fingers the shade screamed, "You were given life because of me, you survived because of me, and here you are now, because I have willed it so. Bow before me, tell me what I wish to hear, and your suffering will end. Go on, child, I have waited for so long, submit to me." Cassia looked exhausted, her body covered in hundreds of thin cuts, her lips lacerated, claw marks on her cheeks. Yet there was steadfast resolve in her eyes. "I know who you are, Tisiphone Orsellio. I know what you crave. I saw it in the visions that you sent me again and again. I won't allow you. I will never allow you to become me." His fatigued voice quivers, but she is not about to yield in this battle. The Lord Captain. 95% urged the Lady Navigator to fight the monster to the bitter end. Stab Tisiphone with the ritual dagger? I'm just going to stab her. The blade whistled through the air, and Tisiphone let out a horrible howl as her skeletal figure flew upward and scattered into black ash. And with that, it was all over. When the Lady Navigator opened her eyes, the space around her changed. Bright colors drove the mists away, and the faintest light somewhere very high above reminded the rogue trader of the world he had left on the other side of the campus. The Lady Navigator graced the Lord Captain with a tired smile. The abortive ritual had turned out to be a trap set for Lady Cassia by the previous novator of her house, but the rogue trader had ensured that her plan fell to ruin, and now it was time to desert that accursed place. I have one choice. Took the rogue trader's hand and guided him through the maroon mist out of the painting. Their unconscious bodies were discovered in the Sanctum Navitus 20 Terran days after their disappearance, as soon as the rogue trader's white ship had emerged from the warp in an unknown system. Ta-da! So I think that that's automatically done no matter what we do. Chart new routes. I don't think there are any. Nope, there's nothing out of here. Okay, well, let's go see what's in this place. That was a little bit scary there. For 13 minutes in, let's go see what's in here. Probably lots of bad things. There's a couple of planets. A very odd star. Let's go to this planet. A lava world. Burning world. With nothing, no resources. Okay. I want to go into that planet there. Let's go scan this one. Begin to scan here. What is this? There's something there. It's a desert world. And I think I need to go to Palace of the Atlas. Who am I going to take to the palace? I'm going to have to take Cassia, which I always do anyway. Palace of the Atlas. It's an interesting choice. Who do I take? Alright, let's go to the Palace of the Atlas. She's got to come. She's my gunner. She's my melee guy. He's tech and she's this. I think I have to take this group. I think this group just as it stands. Alright, in we go. Go see what we're going to run into. That looks pretty scary. Very scary layout there, isn't it? Okay, press any key. I pressed the any key. I'm in a terrible, horrible place. I don't even see my, I don't even see my ship. Okay, I'm not sure which way to go. Check left and right before we go forward. I need to check where I've got my Abelard, Argenta, Pasqal in front, me, Jay, Cassia in the back. Yep, that sounds about right. Huh. Oh, there's something over here. Decayed pages. House Orsellio need not know what is taking place here. The navigators are frightened enough by its power as it is. The last experiment left 3 from the Sathala clan without a shred of reason. Empty shells will bring no glory to House Orsellio or its lesser branch. We shall carry on. At last we have managed to implement the artifact in subjects who can wield its power. Perhaps all navigators who perished in the agonizing torrent of energy were merely a symptom of our decline. I am tired of counting the dead. The weak have no place among... The weak have no place among those who have harnessed the Atlas. Their abilities have grown manifold and become significantly easier to control and more effective at resisting the ruinous influence of the war. It is all or nothing. Today is the day when my work is completed and the Starway Atlas takes its final form. The Sathalas have already undergone the operation. All that's left is me, the Atlas that controls them all. Today I become the greatest Novatar in the history of House Orsellio, or I turn to nothing. This power is beyond compare. All it took was a whim to make the wretched Sathalas fall dead at my feet. It is as if I had a second heart beating in my chest, subjugating any with the ability to touch it. How regrettable it is that this power only extends to those House Orsellio navigators who have accepted a piece of the Atlas within themselves. From now on, all children will be gifted with the one at their initiation, and there will be no one who can match our greatness. Okay. Cool. What else is here? I guess. Heart of the Navigator's Camp. This is where Orsellio performed her experiments hundreds of years ago.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
I'm not seeing anything down here. Alright, let's... There's stuff up here that we've got to go. Can I get up here? And we can go up the ladder. Demolition 95. We've got melta charges. Go for it, girl.
Duty prevails.
And there's something in there. What do we find? Plasma rings. Ring fires a single plasma shot. Can only be used once per combat. Attacks 30 to 45 damage and 50% armor damage. And Grenadier's backpack. Wearer and their allies are immune to damage from the wearer's grenades. The first time the wearer uses a grenade during their turn, they have 50% chance not to expend the grenade. Oh, that's kind of nice. Alright, let's take those. For that plasma ring... Okay. Let's do this by newest to oldest. Plasma ring would go on a ring finger somewhere, right? So that's going to go in here. Alright, okay. It's 15 crows. She's got that ring. He's got knuckles and... Dinos and demons. What has she got on for rings? Every time 2 or more to gain 8 momentum. Want to keep that. Plus 10 awareness. Got to keep that. What do you got on, Jay? That's your pair holster. We can't get rid of that. And the press advantage thing. Got to keep that. He's got a plasma gun. That and reload of any weapon. So nobody can really use that. Okay. And then the backpack goes on where the capes go. She's got the thing that makes her things better. He's got on Endure Cloak. What has she got on? That helps her dodge. Her dodge right now is 95. She'd lose 10 dodge. She doesn't have a lot of other things. I don't know. I just really need to figure out how to use all these items properly with the right people and the right builds and stuff. I'm just stumbling along here. Okay. I don't see anything else up here. There's stuff up there. I've got to go Lord Xenos, which is only an 82. That's not going to be good.
Is there money to be made?
All right, let's go check out the right-hand side here. Tech use 100%. Okay, so he can go turn this thing on. Let's see what these things say. What did it say? Didn't say anything. Very noticeable imprint for a long clawed hand on the broken cogitator screen. We have to climb down with athletics. Let's see what that one says. Aeldari Sanctum is blemished by a human presence in their pursuit of ancient secrets. The navigators had no qualms about filling the ruins with machinery and supplies. Okay. So, everybody together, let's go down.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Their soldiers left no stone unturned in this Aeldari temple, as if they were looking for something that they just could not find. Tech use. Well, Pasqal, talk to it.
Grants me insight.
And it gives us goods. Elite marksman gloves. Gain 15 ballistic skill. Rad pad. This is all good stuff. Okay. Looks like that's that there. So now we need to go up. All right, up we go. It's my time.
Experience. Nothing matters
23
more.
minutes. I assume I'm going to run into something here and have to fight.
I always keep my options open.
Alright, there's got to be something here that we have to fight.
I must thank you, esteemed Magos. After your intervention, I feel 50 years younger. Both my knee implants are as good as new.
I agreed to help out of respect for the priceless array of augmentations placed in your body. Such sacred creations deserve the best maintenance available.
Okay, so come over here. There's a Lord Xenos 82, so I don't know if we'll get that.
That's how it's done.
Succeeded. Ruined statues once depicted pages from the long history of the Aeldari. I'm glad I did not bring what's-her-name down here. She would not be happy about this. Okay, let's go over this way.
I always have a backup plan.
And there's something here. Someone removed the data crypt from this dead machine to keep the house secrets safe and leave no information about the experiments that took place here. An Aeldari chainsword, no big deal. Okay. Is that what I'm supposed to find? Is the data crypt thing on somebody? Where am I at? I'm up here. Guess we go left.
Keep your wits about you.
Nope, here we are. Halt, cursed child. We had to ally ourselves with the Xenos once more to stop you. No matter, it's a small price to pay for the liberation of House Orsellio from the chains of tyranny. This is that broad that doesn't like us. So we're gonna get in a fight. Begone, renegades. We follow the Atlas's call in our wake, child. Stand with us. House Orsellio will not trade Sisyphon's legacy for the false ideals of blind fools. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to pick sides here? What is happening? You all got turned into... Okay, that was weird. Damn Xenos. This was not the bargain we struck. Throne smite you, the navigator whose skin is so thin it reveals its muscle stones. Alright, he clenches his augmented gold jaw in contempt. 25 experience. Great Regent's Envoy. What is this? The rogue trader and the traitors to the house have lured the child into a trap set by Xenos. I wish my eyes were deceived me. Now I can see clearly that great Regent, our life was past judgment alone. Was right to send us after your vessel. Sturdily built woman is armed with a pistol, and yet there are signs of exhaustion in her posture. Her face is hidden behind a gem-encrusted three-eyed mask, and her elaborate nobilet investments are stained with dried blood and other evidence of recent combat. How noble, yet so typical of Xenos. How did you get here? How did you get here before us? No one Cassia know the way. Okay, Stride 4. Rogue traders are not only ones who know how to find allies. Sasson looks at the Aeldari standing beside him, saying that we should have rid ourselves of this alliance the moment we cross the webway gate. You can trust no one, least of all the vile Xenos. Troopmaster, you will still stop defiling the reins of the hallowed ground of our ancestors with your semblance of speech, Monkey. Harlequin's bright colors glimmer faintly in the dim light of the system star. The sinister grin on his mask only adds to his menacing and aloof presence. The final act will soon unfold, where you will pay for the deeds of your ancestors. Stay put and wait for the puppeteer to pull at your strings. Why are the Xenos ruins where the Palace of Atlas should be? Why is this place coated in impenetrable black mist? I am suffocating. Her breastplate near where her Atlas is, her voice feeble and troubling. Three-eyed monkey who sees into Sheol. The taint of your ancestors has begun to consume your body and soul. Pathetic fools with an insatiable lust for power that is not yours. Ending your misery will be merciful. Taint? Do you mean the Atlas, Xenos traitor? Silence, traitor. The Atlas is the sacred relic of House Orsellio. It's what elevates us above the rest. How dare you? The Regent's Envoy abruptly loses her breath with a groan as she clutches her chest where her Atlas is implanted. I refuse to accept this. Impossible. What is this taint you speak of? Do you not see it? Booms throughout the ruined temple. When Monkey discovered this crone world, you tainted it with your crude technology, spoiled it of its relics, ruined all there was to the last stone. But first of all, you sullied your souls of our ancestors reposed in the sacred vessel, the spirit monolith. Points a finger, remarkably thin crystal floating behind his back, and the harlequins around you tighten the grips on their weapons. Like a sea of bottomless blue, Cassia looks around her with stunned expression, her gaze shifting from one Xenos to another. I did not know that living things could exude such saturated hues. I wish I could paint this ocean a different color. Examine the crystal. The Norman translucent shares a strange resonance with the place. You can sense the energy emanating from it. Mysterious, restless, coagulated. It resembles a giant heart that has been plucked out of the owner's chest. Its crystal clarity is pierced by hundreds of dark veins that have taken root like a terrible illness. How did they taint the spirit monolith? The experiments, covers her mouth in horror. This is where she conducted her experiments. Tisiphon. No, it's not possible. To consort with Xenos is to violate the word of the God Emperor. It is known to all that Tisiphon Orsellio executed anyone who showed any interest in the enemies of humanity. Is that so? Then why is it that every piece of metal or fabric in this place bears our house coat of arms? Open your eyes. Troopmaster, quiet. Tone is mild, but it is not a request. I am unsurprised that the truth is hidden from your gaze. Three-eyed monkey who see into Shael. I realized at the moment I first met you, wretched, begging us to help you to destroy your own kin. I sensed it within you, our ancestors' call. Their pleas, their endless torment. I knew that what you found was a crone world, and I humbly awaited for the day you would lead me to it. And what experience? I cannot say where this memory sprang from. Perhaps I saw visions of Tisiphone in my dreams, and yet I have seen all this so clearly. There was such power locked within the stone, such opportunities. It would make our navigator's abilities several times stronger. No, it would magnify them by a factor of dozens. But the price was too high. After mere hours of use, the stone would always burn the minds of its hosts. That is why Tisiphone broke the monolith into many shards, which were far easier for human will to control. No, your ancestors went further than that, Harlequin trembles with fury. They placed the shards of their spirit month inside their bodies to empower their abilities. Never wished to learn such harsh truths about my own house. Cassia buries face in her hands, the waves of despair spreading from her lithe frame, and suddenly appears fragile as glass. Neither Theodore von Valancius nor Tisiphone were infallible, but that doesn't mean we are powerless to rectify the errors of our ancestors. I'm going to do one. You say that only because you wish to soothe me. She smiles faintly. He never stares at Cassia in shock. You are more than just a tyrant's heir. You're a successor to a mad heretic, a betrayer of the faith. You must be destroyed, you and the Atlas, once and for all. You think this solution is so easy, don't you, Monkey? When you die, your souls become captives inside the spirit monolith. This process is deranging our ancestors, who have served the monolith's guardians for eons. It is equally agonizing to the souls of your dead, and the more Monkey souls the monolith absorbs, the more volatile it becomes. The Aeldari and the Monkey have spent many a dance battling for supremacy within the monolith, and its integrity is waning. You sense it too. The only way to free our ancestors from the pain is to separate the Monkey taint from the spirit monolith. My troop is here to perform just that. We all will play our parts today, and when the final act of this age-long tragedy begins, Monkey players will exit this world stage. Sinister shadows dance on the Harlequin's mask as he draws an unknown device from his sleeve. Listen to whatever she has to say. She's not the woman her predecessor was. I'm going to address Cassia, I guess. Hold turns to the Harlequin troop. I cannot change the past, it is true. Nor can I change the fact that my house is forever tainted with disgrace born of Tisiphone Orsellio's hubris. Yet all of us here today have the power to change the future and halt the unending suffering that is drowning both your kin and mine. You suggest that a Monkey and the Aeldari change the future together. Harlequin leans forward curiously. I must admit, my leading lady, I am confounded by your audacity. Go on. My Atlas places a hand on her gilded breastplate. If you can free the phantoms of my house from the spirit monolith, guide them to enter my Atlas. Their experience and wisdom will help steer House Orsellio onto the path of truth and allow future generations to avoid the calamitous pitfalls of their forebears. Kamorag, my leading lady, the shards of the monolith are long inside the chest of every Monkey bound to you by ties of blood. How exactly do you intend to return them? I shall use the Atlas to sever my subject's connection to the spirit monolith, and then I shall extract its shards from every navigator of House Orsellio. This artifact is implanted at birth, but that does not mean that the ritual cannot be reversed. I witnessed its creation through Tisiphone's eyes in my visions. I lived it over and over again. Through the memories of the Sethala clan, I can receive the recreate the ritual that will return the souls of your kin to you and save my people's lives. Humans and Xenos get the chance to resolve their conflicts without violence. I second Lady Cassia's proposal. I'm going to go with her. Let's go with 3. Harlequin remains as still as a garish statue for several minutes, then the mellifluous voice behind the mask says, I am willing to try, Monkey. Wait a minute. No, the reason Zoe draws her pistol. I won't let you destroy the Atlas, even if it's the child's wish. Later or so, you are too young and inexperienced. You simply cannot comprehend. Somebody shoot this broad. You address the future Novator of House Orsellio, one who survived the massacre of Urak 5, who has lived following an attempt on her life at the Palace of Dargonis, who has restored her house's stability in what scant time she has been free, while you, all of you, have spent years destroying it from within. You address one who has passed through the tempest of the Sea of Souls to the true Atlas as a rogue trader's ally. Yet still you call me unworthy, don't you? Don't you? Young, inexperienced, kneel before me, and I shall forgive you your insolence. Great Regent's Envoy, Fellowship succeeded! Yay! House Orsellio was always loyal to Novatar Tisiphone. Henceforth, it will be loyal to its successor, even if you see fit to lead us down a different path, my lady. Oh, they've joined us. Are you done with your performance, Monkey? Then stand aside and do not interrupt. Okay, is this cutscene? This is cutscene time. He does his thing. Sorry we're running a little long, but it seems like it's important. I can feel it again, the tranquility. The ancestral souls have found peace. The corruption is no longer endangers the monolith or this world. Harkon's nervous road is now look completely relaxed. Remember our agreement, Cassia. You will soon meet in this place again so that you can give us the shards. 100 experience. And now be gone from our world, Monkey. Okay. I need to pick stuff up. Time-worn manuscript. Okay, I'm just going to take it and read it later. Oh, there's lots of people here. I need to take their stuff. Sorry. Sorry, guys, I need to take their stuff. Mesopattern las guns. Keep one. Did you kill all these people too? I just want to clean up the mess. Don't mind us. Bolters. I already have a bunch of bolters. I think I have a bunch of bolters. Oh, there's two more up here. Excuse us, we have to go pick this up. Just cleaning up our mess. Just cleaning up our mess. Don't mind us. I just want to... No, I want to pick up this stuff. Okay. Now we've gotten everything. We'll leave. Actually, we should run over here just to make sure there's nothing in the corner.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
Oh, look at that. We found something. What's this? What's this? What's this? Goods. It's a staff. So, yeah, that's fine. We've got a bunch of those, too. Alright, I think we found everything. We'll check our journal when we get off of this planet, and then,
Rise to the
off
top,
the planet we get.
or get left in the dust.
Get back on our bridge. Let's do a... We have to talk to Lady Cassia, and then the siege. Alright, we will talk to Lady Cassia next time. We'll go save on the bridge. And we'll be able to talk to Lady Cassia next time. Maybe, if it ever loads the bridge. I don't know, am I going to get into a cutscene? Am I going to be stuck? Trying to get this done. It's going to be about 40 minutes or more. A little bit over 40 minutes, the way these things are loading. Come on. Oh, for the love of Mike. There's not that much to load in my bridge. Okay. So, well, we will talk to Lady Cassia and then decide what she'll tell us what we have to do next, and we'll try and do some of her stuff along the way, and then we got to go to the place to help what's his name, the Inquisitor, and probably finish up chapter 4 at that point. So I may have to do, after I talk to Lady Orsellio, Lady Cassia, after I talk to her, I'm probably going to need to do maybe some trade stuff to try and get us as far up the trade ladders as we can get and get some stuff for the ship and equipment and stuff that I can put in boats so I can do more. So that's what I'll probably do next time. I know I could probably do that offline. But we'll talk to Lady Cassia next time for sure. All right? All right. We do have 2 other uninformed playthroughs going on right now. One for Battletech by Harebrained Schemes. One for Baldur's Gate 3 by Larian Studios. We have a stream on Saturday mornings at 10. Starts at 11 Central, 10 Eastern. 11 Central Time. It's Pathfinder Kingmaker. Fan choice for me to play a female monk into romance main NPC called Tristan, which I think I've completed that. Now I'm just trying to get through the campaign, so join me for that. We've also started up a new stream, which is Dren608 and Family Plays. We started up here right now. It's on Fridays, starting at 11 Central. And that is playing multiplayer versions of either role-playing games or whatever with my family. So currently I am playing with my youngest, Ace. They are a barbarian. I am a bard. And in our last session, we just about got ourselves completely taken out. We did manage to squeak through it. And so now we're on to trying to get some more experience points and get another level before we try to do a main story plot twist, if we can pull it off. We'll see if we can get it done. But come join us on Fridays for that. There will be more things coming, uninformed playthroughs, some strategy playthroughs that has been requested by some of my viewers, possibly some games that I've played before that they just want to see me do again with a different twist, like in the case of Pathfinder Kingmaker. I had played it once as a ranger, basically uninformed. This time through, they're like, oh, play a monk. So I might have some of those where I play maybe Wrath of the Righteous and play a specific class or try to go down a specific path based on viewer content and requests. So we've got some things in the works, plus some new games to come out in content creation and new streams. So leave me comments. What you'd like to see me do. If you'd like to see more streams rather than recordings like this, that's fine too. I just need to kind of know what the audience would be inclined to go and watch. We do try to keep our streams to under 3 hours for sure and closer to 2 whenever we can. So it's not a huge chunk of your time to go and watch it. And I think that's just about everything. So I'm Dren608. Until we meet again, stay safe and bye-bye.